So this next section now, we're going to be looking at how the club face comes down into the ball. We talked about how the club face, when it causes a slice, is probably in an open position. The club face is probably aiming offline to the swing path or the target line. Now the biggest controlling factor of that club face is going to be your hand position. So we see the different grips that we talked about in the fundamentals section, making sure the hands are on the golf club in a nice square position. So if you've got the time now, recap that section, recap making sure your hands are on in a square position. And ironically, both a strong and a weak grip may cause this slicing problem. So the strong grip would be having the bottom hand too far underneath this way. Now traditionally the theory dictates that would make the golf ball go over with a closed club face and actually hook on you a little bit. But I don't agree with that all the time. I think that often I see golfers with a strong grip trying like mad to close the club face, but their bottom hand gets so far underneath the golf club, all it actually does is push out a little bit more and getting that club face even more open. And if they do try and rotate their hands, the hand is so strong it causes a violent snap hook, which when you're swinging the club over the top and you turn your hands over, makes it into a very vicious hook, and that puts people off rotating their hands, so they learn to slow their hands down, which is actually the wrong movement. So what we need to try and work on is keeping that bottom hand in a nice neutral position. If that hand goes into too weak a position, the bottom hand then struggles to rotate the club face again, and we will always see that club face coming down in an open position, causing the ball to disappear high right, losing a lot of yardage off your shots as well. So let's recap, making sure that bottom hand comes in from a neutral position, the fingers are linked together or overlaps at the back, and the V from the bottom hand points right up to the chin. So the bottom hand points straight up the body to the chin. The top hand, just double check that's in a neutral position as well. If you can see 2.5 knuckles and you're holding it in your fingers, then you're probably doing a good position there. So top hand, 2.5 knuckles, and the V points over the rear shoulder. Bottom hand links in, and the V points up to your chin. If you've got that bit right, there's a good chance that you're holding the golf club in the right position, and then we can move on to have a look at the different parts of the golf swing that will help you improve your slice.